Yo, what's up, everybody? Just giving y'all my Ravens versus Browns post game breakdown. Man, the Ravens lose 24-29. Against the Cleveland Browns. Lamar Jackson goes 23 for 38, 289, two touchdowns. King Henry has 11 carries, 73 yards, one touchdown. Zay went off in the second half, 7 catches for a buck 15. Likely 4 for 47. Mark Andrews had 5 catches for 36 yards. Nelson Aguilar had 3 catches for 36 yards, and Rashad Bateman had 1 catch for 6 yards. 6 yards. Yeah, man, this is a terrible game defensively and offensively. But if I had to put a blame on someone, it's on the defense. The defense couldn't stop anyone. Couldn't stop anybody. Jameis Winston hasn't been a starting QB since 2022. So he damn near just fresh off the street. And we let Jameis Winston come in and go 27 for 41 for 334 and 3 touchdowns. No excuses. Inexcusable. The defense couldn't stop anybody. Now, I know we was out. We didn't have Marlon, and we didn't have Nate Wiggins as well. Both due to injury, but there's still no excuse. Some of these receivers I never even heard of. Like, I've heard of Elijah Moore. He went for 8 catches, 85 yards. Jerry Jeudy, had 5 catches, 79 yards. Njoku, 5 catches, 61 yards, 1 touchdown. And Tillman, I don't even know who that was. 7 catches, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns is inexcusable. This team played awful. On offense, we had 3 drop passes on third down. You're not going to win games like that. Some of these guys, Nelson Aguilar, 3 catches for 36 yards. I don't know why he got resigned. Rashad Bateman, he had a pop-off game last week. 1 catch for 6 yards is inexcusable. He would have had a 50-yard bomb for Lamar. The ball pretty much hit him in his helmet, and he got up and pretty much blamed the sun, which didn't make any sense because when it was fourth down, the Browns got a kickoff, got a punt return, and their guy caught the ball with no problem with the sun in his face. So, very disgusting game for defense. Offense didn't help Lamar out at all. That just goes to show you, besides Zay, that just pretty much goes to show you, when we play against a team who has a pretty much decent defense, 3 catches with 36 yards, not going to do it. The Browns literally had 3 receivers and 1 tight end all over 60 yards. Damn near all over 80 yards. Like, only one who didn't get 80 was Jerry Jeudy. He was 1 yard away, and Njoku was 19 yards away. But they damn near all had 80 yards. We're not going to win games like that. Nick Chubb has 16 carries to 52 yards. Okay, that's decent. But we're not going to win games like that. The offensive line pretty much was crumbling all day. Seems like Lamar was running for his life. Myles Garrett wasn't really that much of a factor. So we pretty much did what we were supposed to do and take him out the game. But of course, you never want the other team's best player to beat you. So we took Myles Garrett pretty much out the game, and then they still got pressure. Jameis Winston was just back there all day. He was back there too long. You can't give any quarterback in the National Football League that much time. He could have baked the cake how long he was back there. No pressure, and our cornerbacks are awful. Our cornerbacks are bad. So, a lot of things going forward, and I said this in a couple of videos before. Once we start playing teams who have good, I don't think the Browns have a good offense at all. I just think that we were just so bad on defense that it made them look good. But up until for 7 weeks, they haven't scored over 20 points. And they played the Ravens, and they just randomly scored 20 points. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. And they just pretty much, even just from the jump, they was moving the ball. Yeah, cornerback, even with our cornerbacks that missed today, even with the corners we have missed today, this defense still is bad. It's just even worse with them gone. And I said this a couple weeks ago, man, we're not going to make it far if the defense continues to play like this, because when we get into the playoffs, we're going to start facing teams who have a decent offense and decent defense. So I'm never worried about the offense. The offense put up 24 points. It's not enough, but when you have 3 drops on third down, You take away. I mean, we have Derrick Henry on the one, and we're running Wildcat. like, bro, just run the ball, bro. Literally, just run the ball. Throw him a toss and just run the ball, bro. Like, why are we getting cute on the 1 yard line? Like, it's just stuff like that that pisses me off. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like, why are we getting cute on the 1 yard line, bro? Just run the ball. Derrick Henry is 6'4", 250, bro. Just run the ball, bro. Um, it's just from start to finish, everything. I mean, we had 3 or 4 drop interceptions. Like, Kyle Hamilton dropped the easy one, could have sealed the game. I mean, Eddie Jackson just looked like he don't know what he's doing back there. Um, it's just one of those situations where our safety play, other than Kyle Hamilton, man, our safety play has been absolutely garbage. Eddie Jackson, I mean, we should have left him on the free agent list. Since he got to Baltimore, he's been terrible. Um, Marcus Williams, I mean, after we gave him all that money coming over from New Orleans, he has not looked like he's worth the money we gave him. Just pretty much a waste of money at this point. So it's just one of those situations where we have to, we pretty much have to fix our secondary. I'm sorry. Even if we had Marlowe and Nate Wiggins is still raw. I do think Nate will be good going forward in about a year or so, but he's still raw. I mean, I don't think he's going to come in and make a. You just can't leave Nate one-on-one with receivers right now. I mean, he's not to that point where he can take on, a Deebo Samuel or CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase by himself. But man, this defense is just terrible, and I feel like we didn't get any pass rush today. I don't know what Roquan Smith is doing out there. I mean, he did lead the league. He did lead the team in tackles last week, but man, it's like watching him in coverage is just like it's just not there, man. It's just not there for us right now. The offense I'm not worried about because if we just run the ball with Derrick Henry, we score a touchdown, and if all those drops that we had, I think we had like 4 drops from the receivers and like 3 drops for interceptions. Like, and then as soon as Kyle Hamilton dropped that pick, one play later, Jameis Winston goes 30 yards for a touchdown, 40 yards for a touchdown. So it's just one of those situations where nothing was in our favor. It was one of those games where nothing worked for us. Like, nothing worked for the Ravens today. Like, nothing. No offense, defense. Like, literally nothing worked. I mean, Lamar still had a good game. I mean, he still had 289 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he could have easily went over 350, 400 yards easy. But with those drop catches, I mean, Zay popped off. I mean, Zay seems like he's the only one that came to play today. And I still do believe in Likely, but man, this offseason we definitely have some things to hash out with this defense, man. The offensive line played decent. I mean, it is the Browns, so I mean they do have a good front seven, but going forward, man, I don't know if we trade for anybody. I don't know when the NFL deadline is over. I don't know when the deadline is over, but I do think we need to look at trading for somebody because it's time. It's definitely time. I'm watching the Cowboys versus 49ers, and they're fighting in the middle of the field. But yeah, I think it's time for us to get somebody in the secondary, man, because I mean it's damn near just Kyle Hamilton. It's just pretty much Kyle Hamilton. I mean, Marlon Humphrey's okay, but I mean I think he only played good. Marlon Humphrey is not that corner who takes the best player. Like, that's what I don't really understand. Like, when I watch this team play, why is Brandon Stevens following that team's best wide receiver? Like, I don't get it. We're playing Marlon Humphrey all that money. He should shadow the best receiver, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about, you hear people say, oh, it's the scheme we play, bro. I don't care about the scheme. Your best guy against my best guy. May the best man win. Stop hiding. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Ravens lose today, a heartbreaker, man. It was just, from start to finish, this was a terrible game for us. We couldn't get anything going. Everything was going wrong for us and right for them. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're on to next week. We play the Broncos. So, that's another good, tough defense. Don't really believe in their offense like that, but how our defense played today, man, anybody could throw the ball on us at this point. But yeah, man, I'll be back probably Saturday to give you guys my pregame analysis on that game and let you guys know the score, what I think the score is and everything. But man, disappointing loss, man. I'm sick to my stomach.